Hello everyone. Let's discuss about the methods of building estimate. Now, to do building estimate, we will have to take out length, breadth and height of different items of work from the drawings. And while doing so, we have to be careful at the junctions of the walls, at the corners and meeting points, because these are the location where we may make errors. And then if the footings are symmetrical, which will be the normal case, there will be three methods: long wall, short wall method, centerline method, and partly centerline and partly cross wall method. Now in the long wall and short wall method, what do we do? One direction, the longer direction, will be termed as long wall and the shorter direction will be termed as short wall. And then in the longer direction, we will measure from out to out. And in the shorter direction, we will measure from in to in. And these different lengths then will be multiplied with the breadth and height to get the volume of the work. For long wall, out to out means center to center length we have plus half of the breadth for one side and half of the breadth on the other side. So it will give center to center length plus one breadth. Then in the shorter direction, what will happen? Center to center length we have minus half of the breadth in one side and half of the breadth on the other side. So finally, we have to subtract one full breadth. Then in centerline method, we measure the center to center length of the lines, be it a long side or short side, and then multiply with it the breadth and height to get the volume of the work. Now this method is quick, but we should be careful because we may make errors in this type of calculation. Then there is partly centerline and partly cross wall method. Now this method is used when the thickness of the walls are different. Okay. The centerline method is applied to external walls and the long wall short wall method is used to the internal walls. Now, let's try to understand from this diagram. Now, in this method, what we are doing, in this case, we are using center line method. What we are doing, center to center length of this wall, we are finding out, then multiplying it with the breadth and height to get the volume of the work. Here also, we are taking the center to center distance and then we are multiplying the center to center distance with the breadth and height to get the volume of the work. Now, while doing this type of calculation, what we are doing, we are measuring this portion. Okay, this portion we are measuring twice, but we are leaving out this portion. Therefore, it gets compensated. Okay, similarly in this side and in this side also, what we are doing, the corners we are measuring twice at one location, and at one location we are leaving out in the measurement. So ultimately it gets compensated and we get the total volume of work. Then in this method we are using long wall and short wall method. Now in the long wall short wall method, what we are doing, this entire length for the longer side, out to out we are measuring the length, center to center we have, then plus half of the breadth in one side and half of the breadth on the other side, we get the total length. In the shorter direction, we are measuring from in to in. If we have the center to center length, then we are subtracting this one breadth in one side and the another half breadth on the other side. So finally we are subtracting one full breadth and then we are getting this in to in dimension, and then we are multiplying with that in to in length, the breadth and height to get the total volume of the work. So this is two method. One is long wall short wall method and one is center line method. Thank you.